The door's open. Come on in. Hey, welcome back. It's so good to see you. Take a seat. Would you like a drink or anything? Maybe some hot tea? Well, hang tight. I'm just going to go stir the pot a little bit. I'll be right back. And so it begins, you guys. New York City Mayor Adams connected to Cade Hudson. We know about Sean Diddy Combs. It's time to investigate everyone, especially TriStar Entertainment. So let's get into this, where I was looking into some stuff, and you will probably see it in another video, where people are starting to deep dive real hard on every celebrity linked to everyone, because now there's posts popping up about Cade Hudson, and I'm talking about Cade, Britney Spears' manager and so-called best friend. How come he is just in the midst of everything, every shitstorm in Hollywood? Britney Spears fans know him very well. People that love or follow anything with Paris Hilton know who he is. He's connected all over the place, and apparently he's connected to Mayor Adams. Is he possibly a link among Diddy, TriStar, Lou Taylor, and all that? Let's see. So this article that popped up while I was just deep diving and researching, it's from May 5th, 2022. And with everything going on with Mayor Adams right now, we should read this, because everything with Cade is always sus. So it says, Hollywood agent is latest controversial figure in New York City Mayor Adams' entourage. Since taking office over 4 months ago, at the time of this article, Mayor Adams has raised some eyebrows for the company he keeps. And the latest addition is to his entourage is a high-powered Hollywood talent agent once accused of sexual harassment. Adams has, in recent months, spent many evenings with Cade Hudson, a creative artist agency agent who counts Britney Spears, Sean Penn, Emma Roberts among his clients, according to sources with direct knowledge of the matter. The friendship between Adams and Hudson, which includes frequent weekly visits to Zero Bond, the exclusive members-only nightclub in NoHo, began early on in the mayor's City Hall tenure. One of the outings they've had together was back in January, when Adams attended Hudson's birthday party at Zero Bond. Oh my God, that is just weird. And there's a picture of them. It was from April 2022. New York Mayor Eric Adams' center is seen with Cade Hudson left, and a model, Naomi Campbell, who's another one that's a big Diddy supporter, you guys. Are you putting those puzzle pieces together? Years after meeting Adams, however, Hudson was accused of pressuring actor Sean Rose to have sex with him at a party in 2013. Text messages Rose shared with the Los Angeles Times is from 2017 that show Hudson offered to pay Rose $1,000 in exchange for mouth exercises and activity. Hudson, who's gay, reportedly told Rose in a text that he would also set up a meeting between him and a famous actress the next day if that event was to happen tonight. Rose, who is actually straight, said he rejected Hudson's overtures, but not before Hudson allegedly placed his hand on the actor's inner thigh after spilling a drink on his lap. Wow, how convenient. The incident left Rose humiliated, and he told the newspaper, adding that he was scarred to speak out about it because Hudson knew so many people in the industry. Oh, yes, he does. Though not employed by Creative Artist Agency at the time, Hudson was working for another firm involved in representing Hollywood talent. Actor Sean Rose attends the Beverly Hills Continental Block Party on April 27, 2014 in Beverly Hills, California. Hudson was never sued or charged with any crime over the alleged incident. He also denied ever inappropriately touching Rose. If it happened, it was accidental. I did not and would not have touched Mr. Rose without his consent, he said in a statement to the LA Times 2017. After being a friend on social media for 7 years and liking my post, Sean is now accusing me of soliciting sex act from him. Hudson's statement read, "My recollection is that he laughed it off and remained my friend on social media." Asked this week that Hudson's social relationship with Adams, a representative for the talent agency, said, "He is one of many people who know the mayor and have interacted with him." Oh, and here's another photo. See if I can save that before that disappears. Right next to each other here at the table. Mayor Adams is seen seated next to Hudson at a fashion event and dinner held at Bergdorf Goodman in Manhattan. Oh boy. Yeah, you have to have money to be going to that. Adams' spokesman, Fabian Levy, said the mayor was not aware of the accusations against Hudson before being asked about them by the Daily News this week. Levy also denounced any form of sexual misconduct. Mayor Adams has made clear that the use of sexual aggressive comments and behavior are inappropriate and unacceptable, Levy said. Photos on social media shed more light on Adams' ties to Hudson. Model Naomi Campbell posted pictures on Instagram on April 28th of herself with the mayor and Hudson at Zero Bond. "Thank you, Cade Hudson, for bringing us all together," Campbell captioned the post. A few weeks earlier, Adams was seen in another photo posted on Twitter, seated next to Hudson at a fashion event and dinner held at the Bergdorf Goodman department store in Midtown. CAA agent Cade Hudson at the Vanity Fair dinner party at Chateau Marmont in Los Angeles, California on August 6, 2015. Gloria Allred, a prominent discrimination lawyer who has represented dozens of those types of acts victims, said Adams should not be surprised if he draws criticism for associating with Hudson. Let's see. At a minimum, it's curious, she said. At a minimum, he can expect that there would be controversy about this, and he should not be offended if there's scrutiny. If I were mayor, I would want to be focused on issues that affect New York's everyday life, and I would try to avoid scandal. Yep. Oh, yeah. So maybe we should be investigating Cade Hudson as well as Naomi Campbell, since now there's an investigation open on Mayor Adams. Now, it's up to you if you want to explore with me, help me learn, research. So if you'd like to, subscribe or join today to follow along with all the deep rabbit holes that are left to explore, or should I say expose. The latest news in relation to all we just listed above would be that Beyonce has suffered a damaging loss of 4 million followers on social media. Diddy's FO tapes have resurfaced due to his arrest and the trial to come. And on the underground black market, celebrities are in fear that they may be on those tapes and are actually in secret searches with PIs that are hired and or PR firms looking hard to get their hands on these tapes and ready and willing to pay whatever amount they can to get them and have them never hit the internet. The reason they are not being leaked is because, sadly, people who hold them are using it to hold power, knowing they can make a lot of money from this, big money, possibly millions. Yes, it is blackmail and illegal, but look into the truth about Kim Kardashian and Ray J's special moment tapes and how Kris Jenner did not just fight to buy them, and it's not for the reason you thinking, so I guess it can never see the light of day, but it's actually to sell on her own to make profits. And allegedly making it a production for and to kick off her daughter's career, launching it overnight to be viral before viral was actually even a thing. And it just instantly spread like wildfire. If the rich and famous celebrities that are worried they are featured on the films do not buy it themselves, they fear Hollywood producers or companies will purchase for not release, but to hold it against them and keep them in contracts. The Hollywood world is still pretty silent regarding Sean Combs, which I always say is quite deafening and telling, loud and clear, without doing a thing. A new victim and accuser of Sean Combs had a lawyer speak out publicly. While doing so, the lawyer confirmed the shopping of the tapes and had seen parts herself, stating that it was obvious that there was a hidden camera recording and the participants in the video were not aware or in agreement to being recorded. She also added that the person visibly seen in the footage was more high profile than Diddy himself. I had recently connected and discussed the relation between Britney Spears, Diddy, and TriStar with Lou Taylor and Robin Greenhill in a previous live, and I have tried to get the word out there about the possibility that this was and is an industry-wide issue and concern, and also apparently a business formula with the FOs and recordings, as we have had multiple head honchos exposed for the same thing. We had Weinstein, EpiPen, MaxiPad, R. Kelly, and now Diddy. But also Kim and Ray J had their purpose set up, and how Scientology has been also doing an obsession with surveillance tactics, especially with their celebrity branch and department. So maybe, just maybe, that's where it's really been started and entered into the industry. And it's a learned behavior. For example, Danny Masterson, from not only possibly Scientology teachings, but maybe from his buddy Ashton, attending the Diddy parties, and even his ex-wife Bijou Phillips. Blackmail is very real in the industry, obviously to threaten, keep talent, the moneymakers in line. And if you don't, well, you can only imagine now the truth, now that it's been leaking out, what could really happen to their lives and careers. Now, my biggest question surrounds the supermodel Naomi Campbell. What does she know? Because in my opinion and speculation, she probably knows everything. Not something, everything. How could she not? If you look her up on Google, alongside Diddy or Sean Combs next to her name, there is tons, millions probably, photographs of her with Diddy at many events. His events, his business events, and for her as well. And they're extremely close. She's never denounced him, as far as I know. And she's one of his biggest supporters. And she's always been suspect. And she's always been surrounded by controversy for not being one of the nicest people. Naomi Campbell banned from charity role after investigation found funds were spent on hotels, spas, and cigarettes. And this came out September 28th, 2024. Campbell called the findings of the Charity Commission deeply flawed. Naomi Campbell has been banned from being a charity trustee in England and Wales for 5 years after an investigation into her charitable organization uncovered evidence of financial misconduct. On Thursday, the Charity Commission, which registers and regulates charities in England and Wales, released a report following a 3-year inquiry into the 54-year-old British supermodel's charity Fashion for Relief, which determined that the organization was poorly governed and had inadequate financial management. The Charity Commission reported that it found multiple instances of misconduct and/or mismanagement at the Fashion for Relief, and discovered only 8.5% of its overall spendings went towards charitable grants and causes from April 2016 to July 2022. And in addition to the investigation identified that some of the Fashion for Relief's expenditures were not reasonable. It revealed that thousands of pounds in charitable funds were spent on luxury hotel stays for Campbell in Cannes, France, including spa treatments, room service, and cigarettes. On Friday, Campbell responded to the Charity Commission's findings, which she said were deeply flawed, in a statement to the PA news agency via CBS News. First of all, I recognize that as the face of Fashion for Relief, I am ultimately responsible for its conduct, Campbell said. Unfortunately, I was not involved in the day-to-day operations of the organization, and I entrusted the legal and operational management to others. The Vogue cover star added that she has instructed new advisors to undertake a detailed investigation of what transpired. Additionally, Campbell told the Associated Press that everything I do and every penny I ever raised goes to charity. The Charity Commission also found that fellow Fashion for Relief trustee Bianca Helmich received around £290,000, $385,000 of unauthorized funds for consultancy services, which was in breach of the charity's constitution. She had been disqualified as trustee for 9 years. The other trustee, Veronica Chow, was barred for 4 years. Fashion for Relief, which was founded in 2005 in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans, was dissolved and removed from the Register of Charities in March. On its website, which is still active, the charity said that it presented fashion initiatives and projects in New York, London, Cannes, Moscow, Mumbai, and Dar es Salaam, raising more than $15 million for good causes around the world. The charity had been set up with aim of reuniting the fashion industry to relieve poverty and advance health and education by making grants to other organizations and giving resources towards global disasters. The commission said that around £344,000 has been recovered and that a further £98,000 of charity funds have been protected. These funds were used to make donations to 2 other charities and settle outstanding liabilities.